Guys, it's Unique with Unique Travels TV, and I'm coming to you guys today to make a video. It's more like a story time. So I'm coming to you guys to tell you a story about the BS that I've been dealing with in China. Number one, I come in to work Monday morning and I noticed that my microphone, this thing right here, it's a speaker and then it has a headset, is missing, like just gone, disappeared off my desk. So I'm like thinking to myself, well, maybe I left it in the last class I was in or something. And so I go to my first class and I'm like there's no way I left it in class, because I put it in my pocket and then it's around my head, so I never take it off while I'm in class, so there's just no way that I left it. But I guess at the time I didn't want to admit that maybe one of my teachers in my office stole it. So I go back to the office and I'm looking around, I look in the drawers, look under all my papers, it's not there. Then I noticed that the charger is also missing, because then I was thinking, okay, maybe a student took it off my desk or something, whatever. So then I noticed the charger's missing, and I'm like, there's no way a child took my charger and the headphones. They might take the speaker box and the headphones because they were across like closer to the door, but not the charger too. Like, they're not going to search for the charger to take that as well. Like, what are they going to do with it, And that would take too much time, especially if you're trying to sneak and steal something. It's just not logical for that to have happened. So I'm just like, I know that one of these teachers did not take my stuff. So technically it's not mine. My contact teacher here named Carrie, she was 7 months pregnant when we arrived. She's like 8 months now. She let me borrow it like the second day I told her, because I'm constantly yelling at them, telling them to be quiet, sit down. It's over 50 kids in my class, 55 kids, which are a lot of little bodies, little mouths. So even just whispering, it can get really loud really quickly. So I told her on like the second day I needed a microphone, because I'm not about to be, losing my voice to reprimand these children. So she gave me hers. She was like, she's not teaching classes right now, so she's so far along, so she just sits in the office all day and take naps and watch videos. So I'm like, cool. So the headphone is not mine, so I didn't nut up right away, since it didn't belong to me. How am I nut up about something that doesn't belong to me, So I just wanted to let her know, though, because I don't want, after she has the baby next semester, she asked me for her headphones back and they're gone. So I went into her office and I'm like, hey, did you take your headphones back? She's like, what do you mean? I'm like, your headphones, did you take them? And she's like, no, I didn't take them, I don't need them, I'm not teaching right now, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, well, they're missing. She's like, they're missing? I was like, yes, I put them on my desk on Friday, come back in on Monday, they're gone. She's just like, really? So she comes into the office and she's like, oh, did you check the drawers and stuff? I guess she doesn't want to admit it either. And I'm like, they're not in there. But I open up all my drawers for her just so she can see for herself. She's like, oh, okay, well, I'll ask your teachers in your office, because no one was in there. It was like a class period. I didn't have class that period, but everyone else did. So there was no teacher in the office at all but me. So she's like, okay, well, I will, ask them later and see if someone, mistakenly taking it or whatever. I just said, okay. So when the next period comes, so it's now like 10 o'clock, the lady who sits right behind me, who is a cool person in my office, she speaks okay enough English or whatever, and she has her own headphones, so I know she didn't take mine. And when she walked up to me, her headphone was on her head, and she's like, hey, is this yours? And she has the charger and my headphones, and I'm like, yeah, it's mine. Like, thinking to myself, where'd you get it from? So before I ask her, I go to Carrie before she starts confronting people and stuff, and I say, hey, I got my headphones back. She's like, what do you mean? I was like, Liliana gave it. Everyone has English names here. They have an English name, but they give themselves, their parents give them, and they have their Chinese name. So I'm like, yeah, Liliana gave me my headphones back, and she said she just asked me, was there mine? She said, oh. Carrie's like, oh, well, maybe a teacher wanted to borrow them or something. I'm like, maybe. But I'm thinking to myself, even if a teacher wanted to borrow something, you just don't come on my desk and take my stuff that don't belong to you. Because I'm sure if I touched anything on any of these people's desks, it would be a big problem. Let me be borrowing it or not. And I'm like, didn't nobody borrow shit? They try to steal it. So the headphone has a short in it. It's had a short in it since I got it. So I'm constantly having to wiggle around this little thing right here to get it to work. You know, like how when your regular headphones for your phone or something gets a short and you're constantly like jiggling it and stuff. So I pretty much figured out how to make it work. So I'm thinking the teacher who took it saw it was a bum headphone and, you know, decided to give it back to me or whatever. I don't know. So because it disappeared on a Friday, I got it back Monday morning after like first or second period. So I'm like, I know you didn't use it for 2 periods and all of a sudden you don't need it anymore. No, you tried it. It didn't work for you. So you gave it to someone else, a do girl, to give it back to me. So when I go back into my office, I asked Liliana, I'm like, where did you get it from? Like, who gave it to you? Where was it at? And she can't even look at me. She just started looking down, and then she points like to the back of the room. Not at anything, just at the wall. And I'm like, what is that even supposed to mean? Like, who the fuck took my stuff, you know? And I'm like, they're not even my headphones. They're Carrie headphones. And now she's just looking down, not looking at me. She's like rambling on her desk. And she's like, oh, I know. I said, yeah, they're not even mine. And Carrie let me borrow them. And she just kept saying, I know. Who knows if she was even listening to me or not. So I was just like, whatever. So I sat back down at my desk and I just started thinking about it. And it just really irritated me because I'm like, why would you come on my desk and take my stuff that doesn't belong to you? Even a charger, which makes me think you weren't trying to give it back. If it worked properly, you would have like stole my things. So now I don't like anyone in my office really. Like now I'm just like over them. And when Halloween came, one of the teachers gave out candy to everyone in our office. So I was like, oh, that's so nice. So I had told Chris, oh, I want to get, you know, something for my office. So I was thinking about getting them some Ferrero Rochers or something, them little chocolates. They really like chocolate here. And it's like kind of expensive for them. So I was going to get like a box of those and hand them out to the people in my office. I'm not getting them anything now. I'm like, forget them. So it just really irritated me because I'm like, why would you take my stuff? So that's story number 1. Story number 2 is I kind of went on about it in my job rant about how my job tried to short me 5,000 RMB on my check and try to give me some little BS excuses, and they're going to tell me how 2 other teachers haven't gotten paid and they're still going to work. I don't care what they're doing. They need to not go to work. I told them I quit. I'm not going to work until y'all give me my money. And you know, if these companies are trying to play you, trying to hold your money, don't think, you know, I'm sure you'll find yourself in a predicament because you only get paid once a month. So just make sure you come out here with adequate enough money for if some BS happens, you could just be like, I quit, because you don't want to feel like, oh, I got to keep working here because I need the money or whatever the case may be. I told them, forget them, like for real. And I ended up getting my money. You know, you got to stand your ground or else they will try to run over you. They're really, really shiesty in China. And I now say, don't trust the Chinese. Don't trust anything they say to you. They all try to smile in your face, try to make it seem like they're your friend. They're not your friend. They really don't like you. And they out to get you. You know, even if they seem like the best person in the world, they're trying to figure out how they could get over on you, how they could steal from you, how they could take money off the top, or whatever the case may be. And just don't go for it, you guys. And I think that was about it. That was all I wanted to talk about. Actually, another story today. Supposedly we have like some type of training for my class. Oh, Carrie's walking over here. I'm gonna try to hurry up. We have some type of training that we're supposed to do for my company, and they told me that if I didn't show up, they would take the $500 bonus off my check. Yet my contract doesn't say I have to show up to get the bonus, so I just don't understand. Then they try to justify it to me saying, oh, well, because you're supposed to do office hours and you only have half a day on Wednesday, so that's part of your office hours. My contract doesn't say that. So it's just all a bunch of BS, you guys. They're just full of it here. But it's Unique with Unique Travels.tv. Like, subscribe, share. She's walking up, so I have to go. Okay.